let's start standing up. You're going to need your towel folded up in front of you. We're doing a kind of goes everywhere, this class. I'll just sort this out. It's all dangling around. There we go. Let's actually flip it onto more than one thing. Right, lovely. So start with your feet hip width. So we'll just get into a nice standing posture. Feet hip width, toes pointing forward. Feet may feel a little bit too wide. Go for a little bit too wide. That's good. And then let's get our hips back so that you feel lots of weight on your heels. Your heels should almost feel heavier than the fronts of your feet, just because that's the one bone compared to the 2 points at the front. And then cross your hands across your chest, and we'll just do a bit of a upper spine extend and flex. So you're going to bring your bottom rib down towards your pelvis. Your pelvis doesn't move position here. And then lift your ribs up so they push your arms up. So we're bringing our chest down and up, bottom rib down and up. If you find these difficult, they're quite good to do against a wall. So then you can keep your bottom on the wall, your heels about 5 centimeters away from the wall, and then you can actually just practice doing it without, if you find that your hips are just moving forward and backwards. It keeps your pelvis stuck. Okay, we're going to stay with our ribs down. So even that feels like it's very curvy in our upper spine. This is an upper spine extension, and we're aiming to get this straighter. When you go like this and think, oh, well, it's not straight, so I'll go like this and then it's straighter, it actually ends up being more curved when you actually go into neutral. So you want to go into this position so you can strengthen these muscles. You can't strengthen them when you've got your ribs hiked up. Okay, and then turn your palm, drop your arms, turn your palms out. So we're trying to get your palms to face your side. So as much of a rotation of your shoulders as you can. And then we're going to lift your arms up and down. And you keep those things in place. Your hips back, so you've got weight in your heels, lots of weight in your heels, your bottom rib down, and your palms turned up. And try not to lift and lower your shoulders as you do this. We're going to stay with our arms at shoulder height, palms up towards the ceiling, thumbs pointing back behind you. Push your thumbs back a bit, but let your ribs drop down. So whatever your pecs here allow you to have. And shoulders are down, away from your ears. Let your head drop over to one shoulder and roll your head over that shoulder. So you're just going to do a little lift of your chin and then a tuck of your chin while keeping that head tilt. And we'll do the same over the other shoulder. So your head drops the other way. And you let your head roll over the shoulders. So you're keeping your head heavy, dropped over to the side. And then as you roll, you'll feel the stretch on either side of the neck. Okay, and then head to center. Chin tucked in, crown of your head lifted. Let's bring your little fingers together in front, trying to get your elbows to touch, and then your thumbs push back. Ribs staying down here. We're going to add an elbow bend. We bring our arms together in front, elbows trying to touch. Keep your elbows lifted. Bend your arms so your hands get towards your face. Straighten, arms go out. I'll do it sideways. So we're going to come forward, bend, straighten, arms out. Keep your elbows lifted for the whole bend. Don't let your shoulders lift. Keep your ribs down. Okay, let's just do one more after this one. And keep your arms out wide. Push your thumbs back. Both arms are going to reach up in the air now. Try and touch the ceiling. And side bend one way. Just try and get as long as you can. So you're reaching right over to the corner of the room. And then up over to the other side, reaching far away from you. Okay, let's bring our arms down. Whew. Okay, we're going to use the towel in front of us now. It's not essential, but we're going to stand on it and it's going to add a bit of a wobble. So let's put our right foot on the towel, left foot behind you. I'll do this sideways. And your foot is flat on the towel. So we're going to scoop chickens. It's a leg stretch, foot to hip stretch. So you bend your back knee and then you scoop, you flap the chickens that way. And you come up. And again, you scoop. We're keeping our foot flat on the towel here. So you feel the stretch down the front of the leg, over the front of the foot. So we'll just do a couple more scoops. Bottom going straight back behind you. Let's hold this one, reaching forward. Low back going right back behind you, foot flat on the towel. Okay, and then let's come up and then step onto the towel. So your left foot is just hanging by the side of you. So an adaptation for this is just to have your toes of your left foot on the floor. Otherwise, you've got your whole leg lifted and you're completely on your right leg. You can, I have the option to flip in Zoom, but I've never used it. It would complicate me even more. So you keep your right hip in over your heel and you need to keep your hips back. And you need to keep your ribs down. So if any of those things can't happen, then you need to fix your left toe a bit on the floor. Well, we're going to lift up and lower, but you need to keep your foot quite low. So let's just start by bending and straightening your left leg. So it's either completely as lifted all the time, or you're just lifting and then bringing the toe back to the floor. Now we're going to join in with our arms. So as the knee lifts, your arms lift. I'll go sideways. Keep your hips back, keep your ribs down. So that's the most important thing, is that these movements come from a spine that's neutral. Right knee is not bent. Weight is on your heels. We're going to hold the knee lifted now. How high it is up to you. We're aiming to have the knee right in front of the hip, but you need to be able to keep really steady on that right foot. Arms are up. Okay, don't let that right knee bend. Keep your hips back, ribs down. It almost feels, you can, if you want, exaggerate hips back, ribs down, so you are actually curling forward over your left knee. Let's open out and bring that in. So an option here is to have the toe of your left foot on the floor, your knee only slightly bent. So you're doing that swivel so that you keep your right hip over your right ankle. The towel adds masses more work. So there's also an option to lose the towel. So where we want to feel this building up is in your right hip, your right bum cheek, and your right calf. You might also feel it in the foot. Okay, next time your left knee is forward, hold it there. Bend your right knee and straighten it. Now we're going to stay with a bent right knee. We're going to step back with your left foot so the toe is on the floor. Keep your ribs down here and slide your left foot back as far as you can along the floor without any weight coming off your right foot. So all your weight, all your body is over the towel. So the left back leg is always liftable. And then we're going to reach both arms up. That brings your bottom rib up. Now we bring that bottom rib back in again. Slide your foot in, bring it up to a tabletop position. We're going to do that 3 more times. Bend, left foot back, push it far away. Reach both arms up. You connect your back foot to the floor here. Bottom rib comes down. Slide in, back to that balance. Bend, left foot back, slide, reach. Okay, back up. One more. We're going to hold this last one. Bend, left foot back, slide it back, Reach both arms up. And then bring your bottom rib down. Take your arms out wide. Still keep that left foot behind you. Toes are tucked under now, so you're using it a bit for balance, but all your body's over your right foot. And we're going to twist. So arms out wide. Let's turn one way. Take a big breath. Turn the other way. Okay, let's go a couple more times each way. Keep that left heel pushing back behind you. Keep loads of weight over your right foot, all your weight really. Now we're going to turn to the left. So we're turning towards our open side. Hold it here. Push your left heel back behind you. You should feel this in the groin area, right top inner thigh of your left leg. Okay, and then let's turn back. Good, step that foot in, come off the towel. We'll have a stretch, so take your feet wide, feet pointing forward, hands on your hips, back your hips up and push your hips from side to side. So you're going to feel most stretch as you push over to your right. So stay there, pushing your pelvis over to the right. Also stretches your left inner thigh. Okay, and then let's come back up and hopefully your body's forgotten all that endurance. Okay, feet back to hip width. We're going to scoop chickens again, left foot on the towel. So left foot goes forward, flat on the towel. You bend your right knee and then push your hips back behind you and then push the chickens away there. And then come up. And again, hips go back, scoop. I'll go sideways, carry on. So remember this side might not feel the same as the other side. Let's hold the scoop. There they are, all running away from us. Rounding your spine backwards. Foot flat on the towel. Okay, let's come on up. Step forward so you're on the towel. You want a floating right foot. All the toes are on the floor and the heel is off. Both legs are straight. Hips are back, ribs are down, and we're really feeling our heel pushing hard into the towel, but the front of your foot is also down. So we're going to bend and straighten your right leg, keeping all those things in place. Remember, you can also be quite curved over. It's better that way. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's better to be curved forward than in any way curved back. Because when you're curved back, your glute is unable to work, your abs are unable to fire, and you're just using all exterior muscles. Arms with the leg. So keep your chin tucked, crown of your head lifted, and try, just check your breathing. You're not holding your breath. We'll keep your arms and leg lifted, hips back, ribs down. Try to feel long. You imagine like the pole of a basketball hoop from your heel, knee, hip, all the way up, and then your ribs are the basketball hoop itself, and the hoop is level, not tilted upwards. Okay, arms open with the knee. Your foot can have a little connection with the floor if you need it. You can also hold on to something. The main thing here is not the arm and leg movement, but how you are in the still bits. So straight left leg, hips back, ribs down. Okay, let's stay with the knee forward, arms forward. We're going to bend and straighten your left knee. So we're trying to keep a wobble out. See, mine's being a bit wobbly there. Let's keep a bended left knee. We're going to step back with your right foot. We're going to slide your right foot far away along the floor. It's liftable. All your weight is over the towel. Remember, hard heel down. When it's back as low, as far back as it can go, you're lifting both arms up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath here. Ribs come down. Bring that back leg in. We're standing back up, leg in a tabletop position. Bend your left knee. Keep your bottom going back as you bend. Right foot goes back, slide back. Reach your arms up. Take a big breath here. Ribs come down. Then bring that in. Okay, again. Bend, whoops, got the bend. Right foot back, slide, reach up. Okay, we're going to do one more, just because these are a bit faster. Bend, right foot back, slide away, toes tuck under, find the floor, reach both arms up, and then bring your ribs down, arms out to the side. So, arms straight out, shoulder height, shoulders are down. We're going to twist one way. Keep pushing into that left foot, twist the other way. And again. And back again. So one more each way. We're going to finish holding, turning to the right. So turning towards our open side, turning away from our front leg. Push your right heel back behind you. Settle your shoulders down, all your weight over that front foot. Feel that stretch to the upper inner thigh area of your right side. So this is a big part of the gait cycle where you push off the floor behind you. So if it feels uncomfortable, all the more reason to do it. Okay, let's turn back. Let's bring that leg in. Step off and bring your legs wide, feet pointing forward, hips drive back behind you. Let's have a little shift each way. Okay, and then let's bring your hands down towards the floor, dropping your whole body, legs staying straight first of all. Neck relaxed, so your head is dropped. Have a little shift here from right foot to left foot. Bend your knees so your hands find the floor, and then we're going to bring one knee down on the towel and then the other. Come up into a high kneeling position, toes tucked under behind you. We're just going to do a quick twist here. So arms are going to be up, palms up. Shoulders are going to be down. So I still thought I said up an awful lot of times there. Ribs down. Let's twist one way. Take a big breath. And as you exhale, twist the other way. Okay, let's turn back again. Let's step forward with your left foot. So your left foot is under your knee in front of you, or even further forward than that. Bring your right hip forward, so your right hip is over your right knee. We're going to turn to the left, so you're turning towards your front knee, and then your left hand is going to reach back and try and find your right heel. Doesn't need to actually touch it, but it's heading down and it's crossing across your body behind you. Let's bring that up. We're going to try and keep an eye on that left hand. So you reach back and then come up again. 3 more times. Twist to the left, reach back. Forward. Again. And one more time, reach back. And come forward. Both hands come inside of your left foot now, so that your left shoulder is right next to your left knee. It depends here how it fits you, whether, because some people's arms and legs aren't in the same proportion, so you might need to take your left foot further away so that you can actually fit your body in. So it's underneath your knee, or you can edge it forward than that. You also might need to take it out to the side if your shoulders are broad. So we're in this position, might not all be exactly the same position. Try and drop your shoulders down, try and drop your spine down. So your spine will be rounded, but we're just trying to get it low. Leave your right hand on the floor, left arm's going to reach up to the ceiling, so we're in a twist. And then we're going to bring that hand down again. Let's do that again. Reach your left arm up, hold it there. Tuck the toes under of your right foot if it wasn't already. And we're going to lift your right knee off the floor. Sit your hips really low. You're reaching up towards the ceiling. We're going to lower your right knee down to the towel, lift it up. Push your right heel back. Lower down, lift up. Lower down, lift up. 2 more times, lower, lift. Lower down, lift. Hold it here. There's an option here to hover your right hand off the floor, so you're not using it. 1 more breath. And then bring your left hand down. Both hands are down. Walk your hands back in, back up to this half kneeling position. You can bring your left heel in if it feels too far away. Hands on your hips. Secure your pelvis over your right knee and see if you can lift your left foot off. If there's no chance of a lift at all, you keep the heel down, you lift the front of the foot, and then you're lightening that heel as much as possible. You'll feel this right hip switch on. Don't worry about getting much action. There probably won't be much. Okay, let's now stretch our left leg out to the side, foot flat. Hands down on the floor in front of you. Walk your hands forward so you're in an all fours, kind of threes, one leg out to the side. You want a vertical right thigh. We're going to pelvic tilt here. So I'll go sideways. Stay with your tailbone slightly lifted, ribs lifted up in towards your tummy. And then we're going to do the side leg lifts. So we're going to lift your left leg off and lower it down. Can't decide which way to be. Lift and lower. Bent knee is easier. Lift and lower. 3 more. So straight leg, lift, or bent leg, lift. Last one, leave your left foot on the floor. Make sure your tailbone is lifted. Take your left hand off the floor and reach it underneath behind your right. So you're going into a twist. Tailbone needs to really lift. The more you lift your tailbone, the straighter your left leg is, the more of a stretch you're going to have on your left inner thigh. Okay, let's put that hand down. Walk your hands back in, up to high kneeling, and bring that knee in. Right leg steps forward. Knee under the foot under the knee or further forward. Left hip over your left knee. That's important, that bit, so that this hip can work properly. Arms out to the side, chin tucked, ribs down. We're going to turn to the right, and then we're going to reach back with your right hand, heading your right hand towards your left heel. And then come up again. Take a breath in, breathe out, twist, reach back. And come forward. 3 more times. Twist, reach back. And again. Have a look down at that hand. Makes it more difficult to balance. 1 more. Twist, reach back. And then let's come forward. Hands on your hips. We're going to try and lift that leg off. So secure your left hip and see if you can get a lift with that foot. Oh, we haven't done the leg lifts ones. We'll do this one first, then I'll do the other one. So remember, your heel can be on the floor and ball of your foot lifted. And just see what this hip can do without the foot. Okay, let's settle that foot down on the floor. Both hands in front of you. We're going to put both hands down on the floor on the inside of your right foot. You need your right shoulder right next to your right knee. You might need to edge your foot further out to the right or further forward. Drop your hips really low. Your right foot should be directly under your right knee, well, at least in line with it, so that your foot is flat. Okay, when you've got yourself as low as you can get, we're going to leave your left hand where it is, right arm's going to reach up. Take a big breath, bring that arm down again. Let's do that again. Right arm is going to reach up, hold it there. Shoulders down away from your ears, really reaching. We're going to lift your left knee off. Make sure you're breathing. Lower your knee down, lift it up. And again, lower and lift. We're staying in the twist. Lower and lift. And lower and lift. Hold it here. Push your left heel back behind you. If you can, you're taking your left hand just off the floor, or you can just really lighten it. So you know that everything is happening from your legs down. You're not weighing heavily into the shoulder. Okay, let's bring both hands down. Walk your hands back in towards your knee. Come up to high kneeling. Take your right leg straight out to the right. So straight leg out there, foot flat, pointing forward. Hands down in front of you, walk your hands away. So you're not necessarily here in a box position. You may have your hands further forward than your head. You're looking for a vertical left thigh though. Then we're going to pelvic tilt with that right leg straight. If you can see yourself in the screen, you'll be able to see that one side of your body is higher than the other. Like all your back muscles on the left are engaged and on the right, they're not. That's kind of what we're trying to do here. With the towel especially, it makes good wonkiness. Okay, let's stay with our tailbone lifted, but our ribs pulled in towards our tummy. Shoulders down away from your ears. Take a breath in, breathe out. Right leg will lift, then lower. Lift and lower. Try to make the lift rather as like a throw up and a crash down. Try and make it last. Bent knee is easier. You've got more movement in there. You're not starting from already lifted. Make sure you're breathing. Last one. Your right foot is going to settle onto the floor. Make sure your tailbone is lifted. Right hand lifts off the floor and stretch it behind your left arm. Tailbone lifted up. You can go onto your elbows if there's problems with your shoulder or wrist. Okay, let's bring that hand in, put it down on the floor, and bring your right knee in. Okay, so both knees on the towel, hip width apart, toes tucked under. Move your hands forward so you can feel a nice neutral spine. If you can't like this, you can further forward. Tailbone's going to lift, rib cage lifts up in towards your body. So it's going from a really arched back downwards to not changing your pelvis position, but lifting your rib cage up from there. If you're very, very curved in your low back, you don't start from your maximum arched back position. You'll need to soften that anyway, and then lift your rib cage up. Okay, palms are wide on the floor, every finger engaging with the floor, pressing in. Also the base of your palms. You bring your elbows in towards each other. So they'll do a little rotation. Make sure your chin is tucked. Make sure that your ribs stay up, and bring your elbows down towards the floor and then lift up. Take a breath in, breathe out, lower and lift. We're trying to keep our arms parallel here. If it's getting too much in your shoulders or wrists, then you back your bottom up. Otherwise, your bottom should be directly over your hips, but you can go to this. It's just easier on your arms. But ideally, you even want your hips slightly forward, so you're taking lots of body weight onto your triceps. You're going to feel it here in your triceps. If you have issues with your upper back, this is also very good, but you need to really watch your alignment point. So you keep your chin tucked in, keep your ribs lifted. Okay, we're going to do a load more triceps next week. We're going to settle our elbows down to the floor. So you should be looking at number 11, arms parallel, chin tucked, bottom up towards the ceiling. Lift your feet off the floor. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. It's up away from your ears actually here. And then we're going to lower your head down onto the floor. And then push through your arms to lift yourself up again. You're rotating on your knees. Nothing really else changes. Your elbows bend, that's it. You don't want your head to settle too heavily on the floor. You're keeping hold of it all the time. So you're going down, lifting up, down and up. So there is an extension to this. You tuck your toes under, put them on the floor, you lift your knees, and you go up into kind of like a downward dog. It's called a dolphin. Bottom lifted, knees are bent, and we do the same thing here. So you lower your head towards the floor, you lift up. Breathing out. Your head doesn't actually land on the floor. You can just feel the floor with, it's like you're halfway between your hairline. Your hairline touches the floor. Okay, try and do 2 more. They're tough. You can always regress and put your knees down again if you're up and it's too much. Okay, let's bring your knees down, flatten your feet, put your hands back by your feet and curl up in a ball. Okay, good. Those are difficult. So it's like a tricep press up in a dolphin pose. It's a bit of a twister. Okay, we're going to come off our shoulders now because we've been on our shoulders and elbows a lot. We're going to lie on our side, bottom arm curled up underneath you. If that's uncomfortable, you've got issues with your shoulder, then just put your towel underneath your head and you can just have your arm out. So don't need to use your shoulder here. Make sure your hips are stacked. So bring that bottom hip in, top hip is above it. Ribs are tucked in, top hand on the floor in front of you, shoulders down. So your arms are nice and relaxed. Bottom leg is going to attach to the floor, and we're going to lift the top leg up. So it's just bent, lifted up. Now we're going to just think of this hip socket. So it's a ball and socket joint. With our knee bent, we're going to do large circles. It makes quite a big difference to the muscles that you use, whether your leg is bent or your leg is straight. So we're going to go bent first of all. It also changes where your leg is, so that changes how you use these muscles. So we're circling the knee really wide. So sometimes we do this right in front of our body. This, you're not worrying about that. You're just trying to get as big a circle as you can while your pelvis stays where it is, while the bottom leg stays where it is. So after those standing exercises, where we really used here, this is likely to start burning in here pretty quickly. Let's go around the other way. May not, of course, if you have super high endurance hips. So just think about going to all areas of the circle, like the whole arc of the circle, rather than going fast. So we'll just do a couple more circles like this. And then we're going to stretch our top leg out. So it's in line with our body, but we can see our foot. Top hand can stay on the floor, or you're going to reach it up overhead, so you're not using it for balance. You stretch your foot right away from your hand, so you'll feel your lower body come off the floor. Keep your ribs tucked in here. So all the time, ribs are connected to your pelvis. We're going to circle the leg, and then circle your arm as well if it's up overhead. Push your heel away, stretch your fingers away. And change direction. Keep stretching your heel rather than your toes. It's better, you'll get more muscle working. Last circle, and then bring that knee in. Keep your knees stuck together. Turn over to face the ceiling. Turn your chest to face the ceiling. Keep your knees stuck together and on the floor. So we spine twist. And then lift your knees and we roll over onto your back. Take your towel, we'll put it underneath your head. Heels right in underneath your knees. Hip width apart, pointing away from you, feet pointing away from you. Settle your bottom rib down onto the floor. Hands are going to go on your hips, keeping your ribs as they are. We're going to tuck and untuck your pelvis. So you're trying to do that while keeping your bottom rib, so your bra strap, on the floor. It's not very easy to do, but they don't need to be connected. Well, we're going to find neutral, so our low back is going to be just off the floor. You can just put your fingertips into your low back. Your bottom rib is down, bra strap down on the floor. And we're going to settle our shoulders down into the floor. So nice wide chest. Let's put our hands on our bottom rib and breathe so that our hands move. More than our fingers, we want the heels of our palms to move. So you're expanding laterally. you have more movement in your fingertips than the heels of your palm, you just work on trying to get sideways breath. But if you've got no breath in your upper chest, that's great. So that's number one, is to make your breath go low. We're going to move our legs with our breath now. So as you breathe out the next time, you're going to lighten one foot off the floor and bring it up into tabletop. And actually we're going to put it down on the same breath. So that didn't work out very well. Let's breathe in, breathe out. If your leg doesn't get up high enough, don't worry, just bring it down before you finish your exhale. Breathe in through your nose, and for this, breathe out of your mouth, just because then you're really working on creating intra-abdominal pressure. So doing like jobs around the house, if you were doing something like pulling a chair out, you'd breathe out through your nose as you do it. But if you're doing something really tough, like trying to take the lid off a jar that's really, really stuck, then you would and actually make that noise. Might be a bit weird, but people will get used to it. You just force more intra-abdominal pressure with that exhale. And lifting your feet from the floor like this is actually a pretty big job for your abs. Let's do one more each side. The better ones are always at the beginning. Now we're going to lift both legs up into a tabletop position. You'll be exhaling through your mouth to get them there. One leg at a time. Hands are going to go on your knees, on the outside of your knees. So your knees are pressing open into your hands. You can bring your knees closer to your chest, or you can do 1 foot on the floor and just do one hand. We'll do maybe 4 rolls. No, we'll do 8 rolls. You can do 4 in each direction. So you want that your knees pressing open, your heels pressing away from you, your shoulders down, your elbows off the floor. Chin is tucked in, bottom rib is touching the floor, there's a gap under your low back. We breathe here, and we're going to roll with that breath out. So we're going to roll over onto one of our edges. So we go over. I'm on my right edge, my left hip is lifted, my left shoulder lifted. You exhale, roll through, keeping the press on both hands, over onto your other side edge. Your shape doesn't change ever. So your head and ribs and pelvis all move together. You're nice and smooth. You go over to the other side. You keep your knees opening wide. So we're using this, we're going to use this a bit of inner and outer thigh for this one. Lateral breath. Okay, after this one, if you're doing single legs, you're going to swap legs. Make sure your shoulders are staying down away from your ears and also down away from the ceiling. When you get really good at this, you send your breath really low and you might be able to feel your pelvic floor not really move, but your pelvic floor react to your breathing. So we'll do one more each way. So this is the last one. And then we're going to end up on our back. And we're going to bring one foot down and then the other. Get the towel out from behind your head, fold it so it's nice and bulky. This is a Pilates ball if you've got one, or yoga block if you've got one. Put it between your knees, bring your heels in and turn your feet out. So your heels aren't in close together. That was actually badly said. You actually keep your heels where they are and then turn your feet out. So your feet are duck feet. Pressing hard flat down into the floor. So try not to favor the inside edge of your feet here. Arms go up to the ceiling, chin tucked in. Squeeze the towel or block or ball as if someone's trying to take it and you're making sure they can't. Breathe here. Push into both feet. Lift your hips up. Take a big breath here. And as you breathe out, roll your spine down. Just notice whether your toes want to lift. Notice whether you're trying to not use the outer edges of your feet. Keep using them. You also want to think here whether one knee is pushing more than the other. So if it is, get that other one going. Breathe out. We're going back up into the bridge position. Ribs feel like they're dropping down. Take your arms back along the floor behind you, reaching your fingertips away. Try not to let that lift your ribs. So you're probably not looking, but if you are, it goes from this position where your ribs are really, really lifted to this position, and my arms actually come off the floor a bit because my shoulders are really tight. This is your base position. We're going to circle our arms round as you breathe, pushing both feet into the floor, squeezing that towel really, really hard. If you haven't got space for big circles, then you can do elbow circles, but bend your arms. Next time your arms are up to the ceiling, hold them there. Squeeze that towel really, really hard. Think about taking your left foot off the floor. Squeezing that towel really, really hard. Pushing into your right foot. Think about lifting your right foot off the floor. Push hard, really down, really with your right foot. Keep squeezing the towel. Okay, equalize the weight on both feet. We're going to roll our spine down. So just breathing as you go, just articulate your spine one vertebra at a time. Dunk, 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 dunk. Keep your heels where they are and turn your feet in. So now you've got pigeon toes, toes turned in, heels out. You can widen your feet if there's no space for pigeon toes. Feet pressing flat down into the floor. Ribs are down, arms up towards the ceiling, chin tucked. Press your feet hard in, lifting your spine up. Take a breath here and then segmentally take your spine down towards the floor. We're doing it quite quickly, more to try and get a movement of your ribs downwards. After that, we're rolling through your low back. Okay, let's go back up again. Pushing through both feet, lift. Ribs are down, arms go back. Arms may not be flat along the floor. Keeping that position, we're going to circle our arms round. As we circle, you're breathing. You're squeezing the towel really, really hard. Someone's trying to take it. Maybe one knee needs more instruction to squeeze than the other. Your hip bone should be at the same height. Maybe one hip needs more of an instruction to lift than the other. Keep squeezing that towel hard. Your knees will probably forget to squeeze. One more circle. Let's take our arms up towards the ceiling. Press your feet hard down into the floor. Really squeeze the towel. Imagine you're lifting your right foot off. Hard squeeze. Change. Right foot down. Imagine you're lifting your left foot off. Both feet equal. And let's melt our spine down onto the floor. Reach forward, get the towel, put the towel back behind your head. Heels right in towards you, drop your knees open wide, soles of your feet together. Put your hands on your inner thighs for Small extra bit of weight. Drop your shoulders. Drop your ribs. Drop your knees. Okay, let's bring your knees in. We're going to flip your knees over to the other side, keeping your arms wide along the floor. So the way we didn't come over to lying on our back. And then let's roll over onto that side. We're going to do the other side lying. I'm going to turn around. It's not a good idea to turn around like that. Okay, arm tucked in underneath you. Knees back, not knees back, hips back in line with your chest and upper body. Knees stacked, hands in front of you. Draw your shoulders down. Bottom leg attaches to the floor, lift your top leg up. Circle that knee. Just keep your bottom leg attached. Try and keep your hips facing forwards. Let's go around in the other direction. So imagine that ball and socket, try and get everywhere. Okay, let's do straight leg circles. So now take your leg out straight. Arm can also be out straight overhead. Keep your ribs down. That foot will be in view. Your arm will probably be slightly in front of you. Heel pushing away. Get really, really long so the bottom of your body lifts up. And then circle straight leg. And then circle your arm. Keep reaching your fingers away from your heel. So here, not only do you want that hip to work, but we want all your waist muscles to work. Serratus under here will all be trying to coordinate, so your lateral line. Okay, we're going to try and change direction. Keep stretching. So muscles attached through fascial connections, and if you're not stretched, there's less. They're still connected, of course. 2 more circles. Okay, and then let's bring your knees together. We're going to roll over onto your back again. Head on your towel. Okay, and put your hips in line with your chest. Bring one knee in towards your chest. Hold on behind the thigh. Chin needs to tuck in here. And you push your heel up. So you'll feel, if you lift your chin, how the stretch changes behind the back of your leg. So chin tucked, heel pushes up. Leg bent here. Keep your knee right in towards your chest. You'll feel all that stretching down the back of your thigh. Let's change legs. Hold on hard behind, pull your knee hard in. Your bottom should be down or your pelvis is down. Heel pushing up towards the ceiling. Feel that stretch. Okay, I'm going to squeeze in some scissors here. We're going to bring your forehead right up towards your knee. Keep your chest lifted. Take a breath in, breathe out, and change legs. Heels pushing up, chest really lifted. Use your thigh to help you pull up. Breathe in, exhale, change. Okay, you can keep doing this, or we're going to extend it. Legs trying to straighten out, keep really lifted. Breathe in to get ready, breathe out. You extend the other way, holding behind the other thigh. So I'm just going to keep morphing this onwards, but you can stay doing this. Next, we take hold behind your calf, pushing your leg away, getting a straight leg. Bending round and through. So you can point your toes for the extension here. Okay, and the next level from this, your legs stay straight and you scissor. So you pull in, inhale, exhale, change, pull in, change. And again. If your head starts to ache, you just bring it down onto the towel. Go back to bent leg ones. Okay, let's do one more each side. And then head down onto the towel. Bring your knees in. Have a roll from side to side. Give your shoulders a shrug. And then bring your forehead right up towards your knees. Tuck your knees right in towards your forehead. We're going to roll up to sitting. Remember, if you're not on a soft floor, or if you have any issues with your vertebrae, don't roll. Okay, so we're up. Sitting, we're going to have a hip stretch here. So tuck your knees over one way, so your foot and knee are not overlapping. Hand is going to come to the side, elbow down on the floor. Side bend, so mermaid stretch, reach right overhead. Keep your knees down, push off the floor, and we're going to try and stretch the other way. And then hands in front of you, and try and get your chest low. Okay, let's come up. Let's overlap our knees. You can push off the floor or use your own body to get yourself up to kneeling. And then side bend here. Hand to one side, reach right up overhead. And then the other side. So hand down on the floor just to help you not flip over. And then we're going to drop off our legs over to the other side. Widen your knees away from each other so your knees not overlapping your foot. Hand out to the side, elbow down, mermaid. Take a big breath in here. And then let's come on up and let's stretch the other way. So it's a really good hip opener for this hip. And then both hands in front of you, drop your chest. Okay, let's come up, knees overlapping. Let's flip back up to kneeling. Tuck your toes under. Bring your hips up, and we're going to do a full sun stretch. So you reach up, both palms facing each other, turn your palms out, and bring your arms down to the sides. We're going to do that breathing in, reaching up, exhaling, arms down to your side. One more time. Okay, sit back on your heels, hands in front of you. Lift your knees off, straighten your legs out as much as you can. Drop your head, forward fold. Let's walk our knees. Okay, both backs of your knees pushing back behind you, not too much, but just so you can feel a little bit of tension down the back of your legs. And then let's start to roll up, breathing as you go. So take your time coming up if you can feel all the blood rushing out of your head. Once you're up, we'll have a neck stretch. So your head's going to drop over to one shoulder. Put your hand on for some weight. The other arm is going to go out, palm up, reach your fingertips away, shoulders down. Okay, then the other side, head drops over, hand on for weight, palm up, hand reaching away. Breathe, your shoulders not lifting as you breathe in. And then last stretch, arms up towards the ceiling, reach up onto your toes, and then ragdoll, drop over your legs, roll up, reach up, stretch, and then let's drop down. Good, well done. Sorry for being a bit late, it's only 2 minutes. Well done.